Welcome to the time management presentation. My name is Mary Flahive-Dickson, and thank you for taking part in this presentation. This presentation will help you reflect on time management and so much more. Time management begins with self-management. We will be diving in to take a deeper look at what time management is and what it isn't. My ask of you is to consider what it means to be productive versus busy, and from there you can analyze your own productivity. Time management is not just keeping track of time and tasks. Instead, it's a more involved practice of self-management, communication, organization, and prioritization, all of which greatly impact your time. Reflect on your own personal strengths, daily practices, habits, learning style preferences, and communication style. Together, all of these elements help to build a foundation for time management. Ultimately, that foundation can be further strengthened by supports put into place in the areas of productivity and communication. So when addressing managing your time, consider the statements on this slide and answer thoroughly and honestly. As we move through this presentation, these concepts will be addressed and explained further so as to enlighten you to your current time management skills. So how do you manage your time? For the purposes of this presentation, the following will be addressed. Define time management and productivity. Understand your strengths, habits, and opportunities for growth related to time management and productivity to best inform daily practices. Learn ways in which you can apply time management tools and techniques. Assess how you're spending your time in order to apply adjustments as needed for efficiency. Utilize best practices for communication to recognize roadblocks to time management. Please enjoy the following short introductory video.
Consider a time when you've been late. It happens to all of us from time to time, and it occasionally results from things outside of our control. But overall, we are the keepers of our own time, and we have the ability to work to support our efforts with the application of effective skills, techniques, and practices for success in this area. This presentation will focus on you and will ask you to reflect on your roles, your personal strengths, your daily practices, your habits, and communication style. Together, all of these elements help to build a foundation for time management. Ultimately, that foundation can be further strengthened by supports put into place in areas of productivity and communication.
Please read more from the Harvard Business Review. Time management and productivity. Time management and productivity are two distinctive yet related abilities that are vital to success. Psychology Today defines time management as the ability to plan and control how someone spends the hours in a day to effectively accomplish their goals. Over the years, ideas on what good time management looks like have shifted, and the fight against distraction from technology and competing priorities has grown exponentially. Related to the ever-changing technological landscape impacting the way you work and interact, productivity is equally as important as time management. Productivity results from a mix of factors: motivation, talent, training, work, environment, support from others, time management, and even luck. Maximizing productivity can help to support motivation and energy, fight procrastination, and boost timeliness. Often conflated are the terms busy and productive, but they mean very different things. Consider a time when you've been busy, checking a full email inbox, trying to balance work on competing projects, checking in with your team, attending meetings or trainings, attempting to juggle it all. Oftentimes, when busy in this way, you can become exhausted, particularly since technology offers countless opportunities for plugging in and adding to the busy nature of our day without necessarily strong results. If instead you can focus on being productive, breaking tasks up into smaller increments, creating a schedule for decisions, working on items for scheduled periods of time, and taking intentional breaks to reset your mind, you will find that overall you can be more successful in managing and prioritizing your day. With this in mind, it's important to consider the habits and practices with which you move through your day. Practices like daily exercise, sufficient sleep, and healthy eating all have been shown to aid productivity. Beginning to look at how you approach your day, from personal practices to larger habits at work, will allow for reflection on your approaches to time management and your related productivity level. Please read more from the Harvard Business Review regarding productivity. Through the provided link, assess your productivity rating. This assessment will help pinpoint areas to begin to focus as opportunities for growth. With a clearer understanding of what time management and productivity are, and a better understanding of productivity rating, it is time to consider what impact procrastination has on productivity. According to behavioral science and workplace performance expert Caroline Webb, our brains are programmed to procrastinate. As a result, a key to overcoming procrastination is to make the benefits of action feel bigger and the costs of action feel smaller. To make the benefits of action feel bigger, you can visualize the satisfaction of completing the task at hand, commit publicly, such as by telling a colleague you will email him or her a deliverable, and think about the downside of putting off the task. To make the cost of action feel smaller, you can identify the first step. Achieving that small goal will help to motivate you for the rest of the task. Tie the first step of a task you're avoiding to a task you are looking forward to. Remove the hidden blockage by asking yourself questions about why you may be struggling with that area. Consider a daily mindfulness practice to help with attention and focus. You can employ the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule asserts that any habit can be scaled down into a 2-minute version. Therefore, your habit can only last 120 seconds. According to the author of the 2-minute rule, David Allen, the 2-minute rule reinforces the new behavior you want to adopt or the identity you want to build. Procrastination, on the other hand, is extremely costly. According to the reading, 5 most common reasons we procrastinate and how to overcome them starting today, evidence suggests that the habit of leaving things until the last minute generally results in low quality work performance and reduced well-being. So take a look at the 2-minute rule and take a look at the article, 5 most common reasons we procrastinate and how to overcome them starting today. Taking ownership of your time. Effectively managing your time requires furthering your understanding of the concepts discussed: time management, productivity, busyness, and procrastination. Understanding these elements and how they function individually is important to an overall understanding of how together they impact your ability to effectively manage your time. Now that foundational information on time management and productivity has been reviewed, it's time to consider prioritizing and planning. We must specifically consider awareness of our preferences of organization and arrangement so as to strengthen the ability to successfully implement positive changes. So multitasking versus monotasking. Consider the following question. Is multitasking really spreading your focus across too many areas? Perhaps to accomplish your goals in one area, monotasking, focusing on just that one area for a set period of time, could help improve in both time management and productivity. Please watch Paolo Pardini
I'm a designer and an educator. I'm a multitasking person, and I push my students to fly through a very creative multitasking design process. But how efficient is really this multitasking? Let's consider for a while the option of monotasking. A couple of examples. Look at that. This is my multitasking activity result. So trying to cook, answering the phone, writing SMS, and maybe uploading some pictures about this awesome barbecue. So someone tell us the story about super taskers. So these 2% of people who are able to control multitasking environment. But what about ourselves? And what about our reality? When's the last time you really enjoy just the voice of your friend? So this is a project I'm working on, and this is a series of front covers to downgrade our super hyper mobile phones into the essence of their function. Another example, have you never been to Venice? How beautiful it is to lost ourselves in this little street on the island. But our multitasking reality is pretty different and full of tons of information. So what about something like that to rediscover our sense of adventure? I know that could sound pretty weird to speak about mono when the numbers of possibilities is so huge. But I push you to consider the option of focus on just one task, or maybe turning your digital senses totally off. So nowadays, everyone could produce his mono product. Why not? So find your monotask spot within the multitasking world. Thank you.
So this article from the New York Times highlights ideas related to monotasking, including actionable, simple ways to improve productivity at work through prioritizing and planning. The article from TED.com highlights 4 questions that, when asked to think of the items on their to-do lists, those who want to free up future time will think about their time usage today, which can free up hours in the future. So take a look at both of those articles. Communication is critical to both personal and professional success, specifically learning how you communicate best, as well as areas to continue to improve upon in communication, will be very important to overcoming any possible roadblocks to time management that may arise. So what strengths do you possess when communicating with others? What modes of communication are you most comfortable with? Email, phone, text, face-to-face. What areas of communication can you work to strengthen? Take the quiz from Mind Tools, and this will allow you to assess your communication skills for introductory strengths and opportunities to continue to grow. And then take a look at the article, 14 Ways to Improve Your Communication Skills. Now that you have assessed and reflected on your communication skills, consider how listening plays an important role in communication. According to the article written by Nancy Foster, research shows that about 85% of what we communicate is nonverbal, and that knowing when to be silent can be a powerful communication tool. So listening plays a very important role in communication skills. 3 key ideas for listening better: listen with your full attention, listen with your eyes, listen with your heart. Go ahead and take a look and read the following article entitled Good Communication Starts with Listening by Nancy Foster. That concludes this presentation of time management. Thank you for your attention and time, and enjoy the rest of your day.